welcome. If you guys are new, my name is Rachel. I am a farming wife, and I decided a few months ago that I was going to try really hard to do these every single month, because even though I try to respond to stuff, I just think this is a little more personable and I can go into a little bit more detail on the answers, and so I just thought this would be something kind of fun to keep up. So I have a long list here and I'm going to try to move through them really quick, but just thank you so much to everyone who comments and responds. I just really enjoy those and appreciate you taking the time to do stuff like that. So anyway, here we go. First off, Lynn Moore, welcome. And both of my grandpas used to have dairies back in the day, actually. We are from mid-Illinois. It's funny because this is a state that is so long that if you spend time in northern Illinois and then go south, you're gonna feel like you're in a completely different state. Farmboy0629 had said that he thought that was me and should have said hi, and you know, I just wanted to say there was a lot of people that just, I felt like kind of looked at me funny, but no, we kept a low profile. I wasn't really sure what to expect with the kids, and they did pretty good, but I still felt like I was kind of wrestling them, but you know, still glad that we went. It was a lot of fun. Andy Mooser asked if we had come in the morning, and we did. We were out of there by like, I don't even know, one or two. We left before the prizes. Mark Mortensen, we didn't buy a puppy, no, but they were so cute. Roger Holloway said, oh, ask if another channel was there. You know, I'm not sure that they made it, and I haven't seen anything else about that particular channel being there. Soybean Farmer, no, there was no grease gun demonstrations. I would have totally owned it, but my promo thing that I was working on, I give up. So buy whatever you want. But we like the Milwaukee. We have the something 12. I'm like in the zone here, so it's the 12 we really like, but I was doing some research on them and I have a newer one that looks a little better. Let me know what you get. So for the video about putting away the planter, or it was, you know, titled that, Jean Robin asked if I grew up on a farm. Yes, I did, and actually both parents are from very long lines of farmers, so I guess I kind of knew what I was getting into, but on the other hand, this family does things way different than how I was raised. We'll just put it that way. So I still had culture shock, but Shep H7 said that ask why the planters couldn't get wet. You know, as soon as they get wet, that creates a great environment for resting and just dirt kind of getting into little places where it shouldn't be, and it really just kind of we always look at it as it kind of starts to devalue the planter just because of those little problems. So THR8061 had asked what Central Illinois looked like. That question was posted shortly after the farm day. One lonely farmer had mentioned that it was very wet in Iowa. I would say at that time it was pretty wet here, except not as wet as what you saw on One Lonely Farmer's channel, especially the How Farms Work farm day. Everything was really wet up there. My mom and I were driving and we're like, wow, they got way more rain than we did. But I would say overall, my opinion, of course that's not my husband's opinion, but my opinion is that we've gotten rain when we needed it. Everyone was pretty nervous at planting because it was very dry at that point. Mark, yes, the next thing coming up is harvest, the time I dread. It's kind of like, it's an exciting time, but at the same time, it's just, emotionally, it's like the most difficult time ever because of all the family time, the quality family time that everyone else is so jealous of. Don't be jealous of it. Curtis, is it Schrock? Ask how many acres we farm. So basically the farm is still very much my in-laws. Rhett and I don't own anything, and so just out of respect for them, I try to be pretty vague on everything. So I will say that we farm less than 2,000. Is it Hingtigan Farms? Hingtigan Farms? Ask why Rhett doesn't do videos, basically. I'm just gonna say it's just not really his thing. He has sent me some stuff in the past, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when we're out working, you know, it's like it's go time, and so especially for this family to take time to do a video, it's sometimes a little easier said than done. Mark, I'm just not sure I will ever reach the level of your wife's mentality of I've got this. For everyone else, I grew up with hogs and dairy calves. So to me, cows are terrifying, and I've gotten a lot better until I had JJ, and then I had to recover from the C-section. And having gone through a major surgery like that and then the recovery, it's kind of made things worse, actually, if I'm being completely honest, because I have no desire to like put myself through anything like that again. But that's pretty funny. Kudos to her for sure. Philip is at Revels. We have beef, and they are an Angus cross, actually. Ben Colebrook asked if the 9620 RX was ours. I'm gonna say Rhett and I don't own anything, and everything that we have on the farm has been used, and we try to keep things super nice. AK Wayne, not to worry, we are not done. I am not done with YouTube. I have too many ideas, and even like it's kind of sad sometimes because I have all these ideas of like things that I want to do just as resources to other moms who farm, and it's like to get the time to do that right now, it's just, I have to keep telling myself that the time will come, it'll be okay, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm doing too much good, I guess. I've actually gotten a lot of messages, okay, not like a lot, but a decent number of messages. I was very surprised, I guess would be a good way to put it, but just other women just thanking me for the resource, to see that they're not alone, and to see that they're not the only ones trying to balance all of this, because it is hard, especially having family and finances and just everything else in the mix. It's a very difficult balancing act, and so that's just been so encouraging to me, to see that other women appreciate that this is a resource, and that there are others out there. It's kind of a lonely occupation, really, for us ladies, because there are so few women that actually play such a large role, and you know, a lot of times in even farming communities, and this is what everybody says, like I've gotten this specifically has been said by so many women, is they feel so lonely because even in farming communities, people just don't understand. And so it's been very encouraging for me, and even though I feel like I'm not really I'm not doing a lot of videos, let's be honest. The content isn't really, it's not what I want it to be, but it's what I can manage right now. And so even to me, to being able to just do the minimum and do what I can, it's incredibly encouraging to see that others appreciate and value that too. So for that reason, I don't know, I caught the bug, I can't let it up. Bob LeBlanc, if that's your real name, that is fun to say, but he had asked why the long convener. I'm gonna call it a conveyor because that's just what we call it, but basically we have the wagon stays where it is, the ramp, obviously we're not gonna move that, so it's just the easiest and fastest way to I don't know, get everything set up and moved around accordingly, because we can move from one silo to the next. Really, I'm pretty sure Rhett and I have done it in like 20-30 minutes by ourselves. And so it's, you know, when we do have to move from one silo to the next, it's a very easy thing to move around. Yes, one lonely farmer. I do know the drill very well. He was talking about the rake and having, basically it's kind of a pill. And for us, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there because I remember last year we got a lot of questions about why we don't have a chopper, or why we don't mess with silage wagons, or why we use the rake that we do. And a lot of our silage is cut in waterways, actually. For us to be able to have the versatility of the rake that we use is really the best option. I'm pretty sure one of them is the original. I can't remember if the right one or the left one is new. Well, it was used, but it was newer. But otherwise, those were the same rakes I'm pretty sure that this family has always been using. So Rhett's only a 3rd generation farmer. Tony the Tigger Man. I'm curious, is that Tigger from like Winnie the Pooh Tigger? I will reassure you, I do not pay for tanning. Vintaged Veronica is the tractor. The tractor and I are tanning buddies. It was just kind of a joke. I do like to spend money, but I would say you need to spend more time watching this channel. And that'll answer your question. We'll just put it that way. Jean, Robin, no, that was not a semi. Rodney had asked if the Minneapolis Moline was new when Rhett's family bought it. And I keep forgetting to ask, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't, just because we don't buy anything new on this farm. They've obviously done a lot of piecing together, as you saw. I do think it's important to point out, every now and then we get a lot of comments about how big our equipment is, and honestly, you know, we live on the edge of the Corn Belt of the United States. We're pretty modest compared to a lot of farmers in our area. I just wanted to say I was watching the video after I'd posted it, and was like, man, I was so cheesy. Why was I being so cheesy at the beginning? We were pretty sick for really about a month leading up to How Farms Work Farm Day. And so I had went ahead and got the tickets and stuff, and I did go ahead and ask Ryan. I know that it was publicized that cameras are welcome and stuff like that, but I didn't want to feel like I was really mooching off someone else's success, because fortunately and unfortunately, the name of the game is, with something like this, if you name drop, you're gonna get more publicity simply for name dropping and for going to an event like this. And I'm still pretty small scale in the big world of YouTube and farm videos and stuff like that, and so I didn't want to I didn't want to go and just really feel like I was just really, again, just kind of mooching off of Ryan and the other YouTubers that were going to be there. And but I had been watching some videos from the year before and was like, man, you know, normally around here a farm day is for kids and families and stuff like that, which it definitely was, but there wasn't any videos of that. And I was like, man, some YouTuber with families needs to go. And so then I was like, well, okay, where are they from, you know, and saw that it really wasn't that far from us. And so I messaged Ryan and asked about that, and just kind of wanted permission, which I'm pretty sure he forgot. So I was like, yes, because then I didn't feel guilty or bad or anything. So when we got there, JJ was just, he'd been cooped up in the car, and we planned it that we would go while the kids were sleeping, and then we could have our fun and then push them as close to nap time as possible, and then we would book it back home, which is exactly what we did. It worked out great, minus a 2-year-old running around and being really quite ready for a nap. And so the video that you have, I'm kind of leaning inside the car because I was like, wow, this is happening, we're here. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the 2 days before, we weren't even sure that it was gonna happen, and so just that of like emotion of like, oh wow, we're here, we made it, this is happening, you know. That was, yeah, that's why I was cheesing it up so bad. I also didn't want to be ditching my mom with the kids, and I didn't want to be that person with like the screaming toddler. So basically I was probably 2 people away from talking to Ryan, and my mom came through with the kids, and I could just, as a mom, you can just tell, you know, and it's like, oh boy, we don't have much time left. And so it's like, oh crap. And then, yeah, so that's why I didn't talk to anybody else, and I felt really bad. I did make sure I said hi to the farm girl. She's super nice, so that was fun. Then we got home, and it's like, oh, let's see what live newsfeed, you know, is up, and found out that Big Tractor Power was there. That one kind of hurt because Big Tractor Power has been subscribed really very early on in my YouTube career. So that one was a real bummer that I missed. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.